In our shade and screen installs, we will be having 2 brackets, 2 tie straps, an alcohol pad, and now we have a primer stick that is very important to prime prior to installing our lower restraints. We also have our upper brackets that should all be in your hardware in the shade packaging. So I recommend that we take a 30-inch measurement on our extrusion, put a pencil mark just as a guide, and do that at both ends of the extrusion. Then it's time to use the alcohol swab to clean the surface, giving it some time to dry. Keep in mind that you should keep this alcohol swab in case you have any dripping with the primer. The primer has a dot on it, and this is where you crush it. It's a primer stick. When you crush it with your fingers, you'll hear it break, and you can see how the end is starting to get wet. So you'd wipe it on approximately the size of the bracket. Also keeping in mind to keep the primer away from your eyes and skin. You need 5 minutes drying time. In the bracket kit with a shade or screen, we have 2 brackets. One with a square hole, one with a slotted hole. The one with the slotted hole should always be on the left-hand side, and the one with the square on the right-hand side. Always keep in mind that we have little indentations in the corners. The reason for that, we want you to screw your bracket into there. There is a little piece of aluminum inside the cover that accommodates the screw. After you get your brackets in place, now you take your screen or your shade. You got a square end and a slotted end. You put your square end in the hole. Come over to the other side. You notice that your bracket needs adjusting. That's why we put them on in a slotted area. So now we have to remove it, slowly loosen the bracket, give ourselves enough space, put the shade in. That's the reason why they're slotted, and you should always give yourself room for adjustment. Square end in, come over to the slot. Always keep your material around the roller. This is where you can flex the bracket slightly. After installing the shade and it's tight on the roller, now we recommend that you push the material towards the cover and wind it 4 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Depending on wind conditions, a possible 5th would be okay. Now we're going to open up the one end. We slide our retaining bar through the hole. Checking it to make sure everything is winding good. We always want it to come up inside the cover. Now that we've got our shade rolled up, we've waited our 5 minutes, we've got a mark at 30 inches identified, it's primed in that location. It's time to remove the tape. set this restraint bracket at the 30-inch mark on the primed area and push very tightly. Okay, now at this point we supply tie strap in position. Just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. And now we're gonna hook this. Well, we're gonna move this out of the way. We're gonna hook the shade to the bracket so that we can get the right height on the other side. And with our pencil, we know that we primed a pretty fair area on this side. We will put our bracket in position. Make sure our material is good and straight. Everything's nice and level. Now we're going to do a pencil mark, small little pencil mark. We will return this up to the top, peel off our tape. Our marks are very, very similar. Nice and straight, pushing very firmly on the bracket, putting our tie strap in place, which should be on the bracket for 24 hours for curing time. Now, also, we have our alcohol swab pad. If there's any kind of drippage or anything that's showing, we can clean up with the alcohol pad at this time. And everything seems to be very, very good. And this side also in good shape. Perfect. Now we bring our shade down. Testing it. Everything's in good condition. And that's the install of a screen.